I have my hair is funny. I've never gone live on YouTube, and so I'm simply trying it. And what I want to talk about today is speaking your truth and why it matters and how to do it gracefully and with style and enthusiasm and without being mean. So here's my thing. Okay, people, we so often, okay, I'm not going to speak for you. I'm going to speak for myself. So often I smile and nod. So often I say, oh, that's fine. I'm okay. And there was a time in my life when that is how I operated just constantly. And I will say that I didn't even know what I liked or what I didn't like. I was so confused because, like the wind, I would sway with the people I was with, or what I, and to get even more tricky than that, I would even sway to what I thought they wanted me to say. So it wasn't even necessarily the truth of what they wanted. Can anybody relate to that? Can I get an amen for real? Like, who does that? It is so the energy, what I discovered as I started to get well, what I discovered as I started to get to know myself, what I discovered as I started to speak my truth was this amazing gift of ease. I am telling you, when you say the truth, you say what you really mean. When you do that, it's like a breath of fresh air. For real. There is nothing easier. Now, at first, it's not necessarily easy. At first, you definitely have this awkwardness. Like when you first start driving a car or when you first start learning a new skill, because it is a skill. And some people are naturally really good at it, and some people are naturally l- less akin to it. And I want to tell you about this really interesting analogy that I heard and I think ties into this whole concept of speaking your truth and one way that you could start to do it. So there are two kinds of people. One is a slug and one is a snail. Now, obviously, there's more than two kinds, but go with me. Go with me on this journey, this snail and slug journey. So the snail is walking along, doing its thing, and it has this shell. So you can poke it a little bit and you can, tell it to be, you know, be a little bit more direct with this snail because the snail has a hard shell and it bounces off, right? Doesn't hurt. Well, you got this slug, and the slug is shellless, is vulnerable, just out there with their feelings and their emotions, and their journey is just open without a shell. So when you poke it, it hurts, or it scares the slug, or it's uncomfortable. Okay. My This discovery, uh, as it relates to speaking my truth, is so important because if I know that I have vulnerabilities, that I am sensitive, that I do care about feelings, I care about others, I care about myself, I care about harmony, right? I get to communicate that with the people that I love, with the people that I'm in relationship with. And if I don't communicate that I am feeling a certain way or needing some time or whatever it is, that I don't want to do this or that I do want to do that, right? Whenever I don't communicate that and I get internally energized, upset, whatever it is, that's on me. Okay. So now I have two kids that are snails. I'm a slug and I have two snails. Okay. Not much bothers them. They are pretty resilient. And sometimes that causes communication because I can be very sensitive and thoughtful and nurturing in my speech and in my communication, and they just are looking for this direct communication. So I wonder if any of you have been through anything like this before, but here's what I'll tell you. When you speak your truth, A, it's easier, way easier, and B, it creates better relationships. And though you go through your awkward growing phase, your teen years, your preteen years, your middle school years, it might be uncomfortable. And that's life. That's life. And it can be easier. So try it out, see what you think, come back, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. Have a beautiful day.